the leaders of Taiwan and Paraguay, standing side by side during a meeting in 2024. And 2023, and 2006. Paraguay is Taiwan's last diplomatic ally in South America, and one of only 12 countries in the entire world that formally recognize Taipei. It has continued to stick with Taiwan, even as other countries in the region have switched their recognition to China.
President Lai, I want to tell you that our relationship is indelibly linked. I am convinced that in the coming years, our relationship will reach new heights. Taiwan's success is Paraguay's success, and Paraguay's success is Taiwan's success.
But the relationship has not been without challenges. China has reportedly stepped up pressure on Paraguay to cut ties with Taiwan, launching cyber attacks against its government, bribing politicians, and inviting lawmakers on trips to China, with some coming back advocating closer ties with Beijing.
And therefore, this has created a big debate in Paraguay, which I think it's the purpose, right, to put this topic in the public agenda so people start discussing whether it's worthy or not to maintain ties with Taiwan.
Those most supportive of deepening ties with China are often linked to Paraguay's agribusiness sector, seeing China as a major opportunity for expanding exports. Opposition lawmakers have also tended to be more open to strengthening relations with Beijing. Though one expert says more recently, a few voices within the ruling party have begun expressing similar views. Despite all this, Paraguay has stayed with Taiwan, even as Beijing's pressure and promises have persuaded 5 nearby Latin American countries, Panama, the Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and Honduras, to switch diplomatic recognition over the past decade. So why has Paraguay stayed loyal to Taiwan? Paraguayan President Santiago Peña, for one, has said Latin American countries that switched to China are worse off than Paraguay. An analyst said support for Taipei has long been part of the identity of Paraguay's ruling party, which has governed for most of the last 7 decades. This stance may also reflect Paraguay's close ties with the U.S., which has sought to curb Chinese influence in the region.
Paraguay also makes a symbolic statement to its neighbors, which is often overseen aspect that Paraguay has always tried to distinguish itself and to keep its own national identity. And that's maybe one of the most symbolic statements these days you can make is actually to keeping with Taiwan instead of switching to China as everybody else has done.
Analysts say it's unlikely that Paraguay will switch ties anytime soon, though factors like changes in leadership or economic conditions could shift that outlook. Still, there are things Taipei can do to reduce those risks.
Like China is approaching like opposition leaders or opposition groups. I think it's key for Taiwan to also try to reach these groups as well. I think if Taiwan tries to reach many different sectors in Paraguay and talk to all people, I think they're starting to doing this. They can rest assured that in the long term, the risk will definitely decrease.
For now, Paraguay remains firmly in Taiwan's corner. But as China steps up its charm offensive and flexes its economic strength, debate is likely to continue in Paraguay about which side of the Taiwan Strait it would be better off aligning with. Heng Shu and Cadence Quaranta for TaiwanPlus.